Good evening, students. Welcome to geometry class. This concept is angle. What is an angle? When a hand of a clock moves from one position to another position, we have an example for an angle. That means it is formed by two rays. When two rays meet at a point, they form an angle. So one full turn of hand is one revolution. So one turn means from one number. If suppose example, the hand of a clock moves from 12 o'clock up till 12 o'clock, it forms one revolution. Okay, one full turn. Then a right angle is 1/4 revolution. Here in this concept, we will study right and straight angles. A right angle is a 90 degree. So how the right angle or 90 degree is formed in a clock? A right angle is 1/4 revolution of a clock. One complete revolution is a 360 degree and 1/4 of it is 90 degree. And straight angle is half of the revolution, that is 180 degree. So we use a protractor to measure the size of an angle in degrees. So angles are measured in degrees. The measure of a right angle is 90, hence that of a straight angle is 180 degree. An angle is acute if its measure is smaller than that of a right angle. That means less than 90 degree is said to be an acute angle. And when it measures greater than 90 degree, that is obtuse angle. And the right angle, then less than the straight angle is reflex angle. Less than 180 is larger than the straight angle is called a reflex angle. Less than straight angle, that is 180. Less than 180 is obtuse. More than 180 is reflex angle. Okay, these are the angles you will study in this chapter. Two intersecting lines are perpendicular if the angle between them is 90 degree. When two intersecting lines are perpendicular to each other, the formed angle is 90 degree. So from north towards east is forming 90 degree. And east to south is 90 degree. So for each direction, when you change the direction, it forms a 90 degree. The perpendicular bisector of the line segment is a perpendicular to the line segment that divides it into two equal parts. Okay. So far we studied up to straight angle. And what is complete revolution of a clock? In a clock, the complete turning of hands, suppose from 12 degree to 12 degree, is known as one complete revolution. And the angle for one revolution is a complete angle. So we can see such revolution on clock faces. When the hand of a clock moves from one position to another, it turns through an angle. Suppose hand of a clock starts at 12 and goes round a unit, it reaches at 12 again. Has it not made one revolution? Yes, definitely. It makes one revolution. Now consider these clocks. From 12 to 6, it is half of a revolution. Means here two right angles are there, 290 degrees are there, means 180 degree. And from 6 to 9 in the second clock, it forms again 1/4 of a revolution and one right angle. And in the third one, from 1 to 10, What it forms? It is 3/4 of the revolution. Or from 9 to 12 also forms a 3/4 of the revolution. Or 3 right angles. 1 right angle plus 3 right angles. Okay. Now let's move to the exercise 5.2. What fraction of a clockwise revolution does the hour hand of our clock turn through when it goes from? Here are the fraction of a clockwise from 3 to 9. When our hand moves in the clock, turns through 3 to 9. What fraction of clockwise revolution? Fraction means you have to tell 1/4, 1.5, or 1/2, or 3/4. Like that you have to say the answer for each. The first one, 3 to 9. What is the fraction of the clockwise revolution here? When our hand moves from number 3 to 9, it is half. 1/2. The fraction is 1/2. Then 4 to 7 is 1/4. Number 4 to number 7. When the clockwise direction of clock hand moves from 4 number to 7 forms 1/4. And 7 to 10 also 1/4. 12 to 9 3/4. And 1 to 10 3/4. And 6 to 3 is 3/4. So like that you have to write the fractions. Question number 2. Where will the hand of a clock stop? If it starts at 12 and makes 1/2 of a revolution clockwise, when it starts from at 12 and makes 1/2 of the revolution clockwise, where it stops? So 12 to 6, isn't it? Starts at 2 and makes 1/2 of a revolution. Half of the clockwise direction in the clock from 2 to exactly half revolution. Where does it stops? It stops on 8 number. Starts at 5 and makes 1/4 of a revolution clockwise. Starts at 5, forms and stands on 8. Starts at 5 and makes 3/4 of a revolution clockwise. Starts at 5 and makes 3/4 of the revolution is 2. Stands on number 2. Question number 3. Which direction will you face if you start facing? Children, you have to stand facing east. A. Third main question A. Face towards east and make half of a revolution clockwise. What it means? If you face east and turn half of the revolution, turn 180 degree. So which direction you will face? West. Half of revolution is exactly opposite is west. Next one, east and make 1.5 of a revolution clockwise. 1.5. First one turn and again half. Where you will stop? Again it is west. Okay. One revolution plus half revolution is again you will face to the east. And opposite to is west. C. West and make 3/4 of a revolution anti-clockwise. C is north. When west and make 3/4, you will get facing to and stop on north. South and make one full revolution. South, face towards south and make one full revolution. Where you will stop again? Again to south. One complete revolution. Question number 4. What part of a revolution have you turned through if you stand facing east and turn clockwise to face north? It is 3/4. Part of revolution you have to say in again fraction. So east and turn clockwise to fourth. Face north is 3/4. South and turn clockwise to face east. From south you will move to west. Again you will move to north. Then will turn to east is 3/4. And C. West and turn clockwise to face east. When you face towards the west and turn clockwise to face east is 180 degree. Straight angle is half, 1/2. Question number 5. Find the number of right angles turned through by the hour hand of a clock when it goes from 3 to 6. So how many right angles are turned through by the hour hand of a clockwise when it goes from 3 to 6? One right angle. Yes. So from 1 number to 3 numbers, if you go for 3 numbers up to exactly you will get 90 degree. So that is one right angle. And from 2 to 8, that is straight angle is 2 right angles. So 2 right angles. They have asked how many right angles? Only right angles. Here question number B is 2. 5 to 11. Question number C. 5 to 11 is 2 right angles. Question number D. 10 to 1. 10 to 1 is 1 right angle. So 12 to 9 is again only 3 numbers are there. So you will get how many right angles? 3 right angles. Because from 12 to 3 is 1 right angle. From 3 to 6 1 right angle. And 6 to 9 is another right angle. So totally 3 right angles. Question number F. 12 to 6. 12 to 6 is 2 right angles. So this much you have to study. And question number 6. Question number 6. How many right angles do you make if you start facing south and turn clockwise to west? Turn clockwise to west from south will form 3 right angles. North and turn anti-clockwise to east is 1 right angle. Western turn to west is 4 right angles because it is one complete angle. It forms one complete angle, means 4 right angles. D. South and turn to north. So from south turn to north is straight angle. It has 2 right angles. Where will our hand of a clock stops if it starts? Question number 7. If it starts from 6 and turn through 1 right angle is 9 o'clock. If it starts from 8 number and turns through 2 right angles is 2 o'clock. On 2 number. Question number 3. C. From 10 and turns through 3 right angles. Turns 3 right angles, 3/4. So means 7. It stops on 7 number. Question number D. From 7 and turns through 2 straight angles. From 7 to straight angles, 2 straight angles means 1 complete angle again on 7 o'clock. So this forms right and straight angle concept. So this much you have to write in your geometry fair.